from your perspective, right, I want you to tell me what failure means to you and how it also relates to trading. Okay. Talk about the subject matter failure.
From my own perspective, failure is basically when you try to do something and it doesn't work that first instance. You fail. So when you fail, you can try again. I don't regret the failures I've encountered. I basically take them as lessons.
What are the failures that you have encountered, right? If there's a story that you also want to share, what are the failures that you have encountered?
I actually have a
How were you able to, pick yourself back up?
Become an expert trader and receive up to 85% of your profits with FXEI. Begin your trading journey by choosing from one of the evaluation challenges from $5,000 up to $200,000. Reach your trading objectives and conquer the challenge to showcase your expertise. Now, click the link in the description to sign up and use my discount code to get 15% discount on any purchase. It's time to unlock your trading prowess and potentials with FXCI.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to yet another exciting episode of Forex Trading Straight Talk podcast, the fastest growing podcast in this part of the world. And I'm so very, very excited about that. And I'm happy to be your host, Mr. Peak. And today, like I said, is a very, very exciting episode because I have someone I respect a lot, in the trading space right here in the studio. In fact, the very first time I contacted him about hosting him in one of my episodes, he just, agreed once and told me he has booked this flight and he flew in just like an hour ago. And I'm so very pleased to have the one and only Rondo FX or Rondo. Let's just say Rondo. I think some people don't like adding FX.
Rondo is better. Rondo is better.
All right, it's good to have you in the studio today.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for honoring my invitation. And I you just flew in some hours ago.
Yeah.
I just want to ask how was the journey?
Thank God, they delayed my flight, but everything's still jiggy.
Hope there was no turbulence up there.
There was turbulence. There was turbulence.
Thank God for joining me.
Yeah,
so good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. So the very first thing I want to ask about you is I'm very, very much interested in the name Rondo. How did you come about the name?
The name Rondo came about back then in 2018, 2019. I had a secondary schoolmate. He's a rapper and he does all of that stuff. So he has traveled like abroad and all of that. So he told me, instead of like mentioning my name, because my name is like a native name, Idorian, and it's very difficult.
What was the name?
Idorian.
Yeah,
it means hope.
Okay.
So I told him, call me Hope. He said no. So since he's a rapper and he has to like travel, he said, I'll call you Rondo. That's a very nice name. I start calling you Rondo, and I just picked his name and I liked it too. So I like Googled too, and I figured Rondo is like, we have top celebrities and top people that have been like, there's a basketballer that his name is Roger Rondo. There's a rapper, a big time rapper. His name is Quando Rondo. Like, so I also like Googled the meaning of Rondo. It actually means something very, very nice, like a warrior, someone that is striving and all of that stuff. So
okay,
I just started to pick the name. I use it. People know me more as Rondo instead of Idorian.
So what do you look more like? Do you look more like Rondo or Idorian?
I feel I have two different personalities. So
okay,
there's Rondo, there's Idorian.
So the Rondo, who are the people that know you as Rondo?
People that know me as Rondo are like Forex traders, people, social media people.
Okay.
They know me as Rondo. Well, like people that have known me for a long time, they know me as Idorian.
Like your childhood friends,
yes,
your family,
exactly.
They still call you.
I think my mom calls me Rondo.
Really?
Yes.
She accepted the name?
She accepted the name. My mom calls me Rondo. My pops too calls me Rondo. So people know me as Rondo. Like, but it's two different personalities for me.
Okay.
Personally, yeah.
All right. So I also wanted to run me through your Forex journey, right from when you started. How did it all start? Everybody has a beginning in this industry. Yeah. How did it all start for you?
So it's quite funny because I was still in the university, I was still in uni, and I was, I think, my year 3. Yeah, my year 3. Why I said it's funny is because I made up my mind because of a girl.
To study, to major in Forex.
Yeah, I was actually like, I wanted making money online because I never saw myself working in 9 to 5. My pops was always up and about doing the government job, like doing 9 to 5 and all of that. staying quiet and then you get promotions. I said, like, how do I want to take care of you people doing all of these things? It's not possible. So I ventured into affiliate marketing. I was an affiliate marketer back then, but I wasn't giving the money I wanted and the lifestyle I wanted. So there was this particular girl, I'll mention her name.
Okay. I think I'm interested in this story.
I asked her out. Like, I asked her out in person. I went out with 2 other of my guys. So I have only 2 friends.
Okay.
So I went out with like both of them and then her. And I asked her out in person. I looked at my girlfriend. She said no. And she told me to my face, like, you are broke. And
whoa,
you're not my type. First off, I was angry, but I later told myself, come, why are you angry? You're actually broke. Oh.
Actually.
You're actually broke. So why are you?
So you knew the truth.
Yeah, so why are you angry? So I went back home that evening. I was pissed actually, like, see me fucking up myself, all of that. And there was one of my childhood friend, Inobon. So Inobon like called me. I was like, off around to this, something that's on talk to you about. I'm like, what's that? He said Forex. I said, I've heard about it. I've seen, like, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know what to do yet. And he told me there's something going on back then. There's this MLM type of stuff that happened back then in trading.
Okay.
They call them Covera. So you sign up and then you sign up people, they'll give you Forex material.
Yeah, more like
yes, something like that.
Okay.
So the person that like put us on was still in Akwa Ibom too, because I'm from Akwa Ibom. So he was currently in Canada and he was doing well. And back then, $99, which approximately 100, was about 30K back then.
Yeah.
And after like taking that babe out and then coming back angry, the only money I had in my account then was 35,000. I cannot forget 35K.
Sorry for cutting you short. How much did you spend on that first date?
To be quite honest, I spent about 50,000 naira back then. Yeah.
And she called you broke.
Yeah, she called me broke. You know, people have their perspective. I can't really blame her. So
okay,
that's our own definition of broke. So after that particular period, I made up my mind. Like, because of how pissed I was, I made up my mind. I just told my friend, send me the link, and I registered for Covera. And that was how, like, everything before it started. But it was quite hard that first period because you only just to register and then bring people and then just get Forex materials and then they pay you.
More like affiliate marketing.
It was just basically affiliate marketing because I had an idea about it. So when I figured out it was affiliate marketing, I was more pissed. So it made me angry to like sort out for more knowledge because this is what I wanted to do, and that was like my full stop. That's how I started Forex. That's basically how I started Forex.
So when did you get your first should I say proper knowledge about Forex? You know, after you discovered it was more like affiliate marketing, then I knew that, or I know that you definitely want to like maybe learn properly. So
yeah.
What was your first source of knowledge that you?
My first source of my first source of knowledge was basically indicators.
Okay.
I was trading indicators, Bollinger Bands, and moving average.
When this one crosses this one and this yellow line is on top, back here.
Bam. That was just basically, it's like
Crazy stuff.
Bollinger Bands and then moving average crossover. That was how I first started trading. First of it was actually guesswork. So there was one of my guys, Indigo. We used to do currency pairs correlations, GR30 DAX against FAR40. So if FAR40 is selling, we are going to buy DAX. If DAX is selling, we are going to buy FAR40.
You don't have to care about stop loss.
That's basically what we were doing before we migrated to Bollinger Bands and moving average crossover. Then from there, I came across ICT ending 2020. It was quite boring, but ICT was a total game changer for me. So that was when I came across ICT ending 2020.
Yeah.
That was like only knowledge I think I sorted then. Not currently now. We've progressed to like much more advanced stuff.
Yeah.
So that was basically it.
So looking at Rondo of that year and Rondo of now, give me like 3 things that you think has changed significantly about your style of trading.
My style of trading.
Yeah.
I'm much more patient now, number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, style of trading, my entries are much more precise because I'm always very keen on entry. Because I always want to I won't use the word stack. I always want to use a large lot size on just one position. I'm not the type of trader that likes entering multiple positions. So I'll just use one position. So I don't want a situation where I take on a particular position and then I see massive trade. So my entries and how come I've gotten, because I'm a very impulsive person. So my style of trading, how come I've gotten, my patience level and my entries, that's like they've changed like significantly. Yeah.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, so moving on to what I actually want us to discuss majorly about today. is something that has affected people negatively, and at the same time it has also affected some people positively because they were strong enough to pick themselves back up, and that is the subject matter of failure. In life, failure is something that is constant at one point or the other in your craft or whatever it is that you find yourself doing. You definitely must encounter failure at a certain point in time. And like I said, it affects people positively, and some other people it breaks them down to the extent that they can't actually get up. So from your perspective, right, I want you to tell me what failure means to you, and how it also relates to trading. You talk about the subject matter failure.
So basically, to me, failure, because I like what you said, because everything is based off perspective. That's one thing I've like grown up with. Everything is based off an individual's perspective. From my own perspective, failure is basically when you try to do something and it doesn't work that first instance. It doesn't work. You failed. You basically failed. But what most people do when it comes to failure is, or how they explain failure, is after doing something you quit. I don't think if you quit, you failed. Failure is when you try out something and it doesn't work that first instance. You failed. So when you fail, you can try again. So basically, that's what I take failure as.
So that means failure is not something negative to you?
I won't say negative to me from my perspective, because I don't regret the failures I've encountered. I basically take them as lessons. I don't take failures as regrets. I take them as lessons.
So in trading, what are the failures that you have encountered, right? There's a story that you also want to share. What are the failures that you have encountered?
I actually have a
How were you able to pick yourself back up?
So when I first started trading, up to now I've never had I've not had a mentor, or I've had tutors, but I've not had a mentor, someone I look up to and all that stuff. The reasons best known to me, because first instance there was really no money to pay tutors and all of that, so I was using free course and free materials from different persons.
Online.
Different persons. ICT first, then Vertex Investing, and RC Visionary, Sniper FX. All of those persons, they made me understand smart money concepts better. So basically, failure to me was me trying out Forex and it did not work out, because there was a point I wanted stopping. I wanted, when I was done with, I wanted taking my certificate and going for a job. I was like, I can't do this stuff again. But that was when I realized my definition of failure. I failed. I can still bounce back and then start up again. But now I'm coming back with experience. I'm not coming back with the same mindset I had first off. So I've had this. I have a story actually. That was 2020 going to 2021. Still funny, because it's still about a girl.
This guy,
you see.
What's up for women in your life?
See, I think the pain made me go through a lot. Still about a girl. Still about a girl. So we dated for 6 months, and she broke up. And it was quite painful. I never felt the amount of pain. I've never felt the amount of pain.
It was bigger than the first.
That one she never answered now, so I didn't even stress about that one like that. But this second one was quite painful, because I got attached to her and all of that. So it affected my trading big time. It affected my trading. Going into 2021, it affected my trading. Like I told you, I lost 14 prop accounts.
14 prop accounts?
14 MFF. 14 prop accounts. I was losing one prop account for each month. One prop account each month. I'm serious. One prop account each month. And the person that basically held me accountable after all of that was Dax. Because I lost 14 prop accounts each month. After each month, it was like a war zone for me, because those were still failures. But now my problem was I was failing and I was not realizing that this is what is making me fail. I was repeating the same mistakes. Remember I said I take failures as lessons. So I'm supposed to learn from my lessons. I'm not supposed to repeat the same mistakes again. So I started repeating the same mistakes, losing prop accounts over and over and again.
What were the sizes of the accounts, basically?
The least account was a 10K account.
The
least account, MFF, my Forex one, the least account was a 10K account. And I think the last one, the 14th account, I actually got funded. I passed phase 1, phase 2, I got funded, and I lost it before. I didn't get payout. I lost it before.
What have I done to myself?
Exactly. So after that whole phase, I think I was still looking at the chart, but I did not necessarily trade for 2-3 weeks. I was just off media, off everything.
So sorry, for you to say you lost one account per month, that means for a whole 14 months, 1 year, 2 months, you were just...
I was just blowing account.
Oh.
I was losing money. And the funny thing is, this money I was using to buy this prop account was basically my own. Cause I have my cousin sent me money to buy account one time. Then after the whole breakup period, this other girl, I met another girl. Relax. I met another girl, but this particular girl, she helped me. Like she helped me. She made me believe that after all the fuck ups, you can still pick up. You can still pick up. She gave me money to buy proper accounts too. Even while buying all these proper accounts, I was losing the proper accounts. She was giving me money to buy the proper accounts. So I did not have any source of income like that coming in. I did not really have any source of income coming in. So it was the girl I'm currently with and my cousin.
Okay, you're still with her now?
Still with her, yes.
Oh.
I'm still with her. 2 years now, so we're still together. So she was giving money to buy proper accounts, and then my cousin gave me to buy proper accounts. I think my cousin gave me money to buy proper account, a 25k account. I lost it. So all of that happened in the space of a year and 2 months.
Huh.
So I was losing proper accounts every single month. The moment I just lose the proper account, I want to buy another one.
You were just inducing their liquidity.
I was providing for them. So I was just providing, giving them. So that was basically what happened that whole 14 months. I was losing proper accounts every single month. But I feel that's also a process of failure.
Okay.
Because one thing I did not realize was I did not learn. I did not learn from my mistakes. I was actually blaming Gould for making me lose proper accounts. But it wasn't good that was making me lose proper accounts. I was impatient, number one. I'm a very impulsive person. So I tend to not talk more. That's why I'm like, quote unquote, an introvert. I don't go out. I don't mingle with people and all of that. Not because I don't want to, but because I feel like I'm a very, very impulsive person. So it will tell on your trading. That's what I tell people. If you're and whatever you are, it reflect on your trading.
Yeah.
So all of those things is what I did not learn, and I kept on losing proper accounts, blame money up and down, and it was crazy that period, Sha. It was really, really crazy.
So at what period was the turnaround? What changed? What changed that made you start becoming profitable?
Okay.
After the series of losses,
what made me become profitable, actually, I'm a Christian, was a particular period when I was off trading and all of that. I stumbled upon one particular Bible verse. That's my favorite Bible verse, 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 10. He was talking about suffering. That even after suffering for a while, that the Almighty is going to bless, establish, and all of that. And I was like, so even the Bible talks about suffering, so I basically have to suffer.
But everybody must collect.
So after reading that Bible verse over and over and over again, I told myself, trading can change my life. But now I need to figure out what is my problem. That's where I came across this phrase, master yourself, not the market. Because I think that was one thing that most traders fuck up in. They are trying to master the market, but you can't master this market. This market has been well over available before any of us was even giving birth.
Definitely.
So why are you trying to master something that you don't even know? Like, you're just a speculator. So just take what the market is giving you and go. So that was another thing I was trying to do, master the market. I could not actually master myself, my emotions. Like, it's not basically killing the emotions, but basically mastering those emotions. So my turnaround period came when I tried mastering myself, understanding and accepting that I'm an impatient person, I'm an impulsive person, and so many other factors came up, and I realized they were reflecting on my trading too. So that was my major fuck up. And when I finally accepted that these were my fuck ups, because that's another thing, accepting your fuck ups. If you don't accept them, you keep on doing the same thing.
Definitely.
Because you'll be looking for who to blame it on or how to make excuses. So I accepted those fuck ups and I decided I need to work on this. So instead of going back to backtest every day, and all, I actually did, but instead of going back to backtest and all of that, I tried mastering myself, my emotions, things that will help me mentally, things that will make me more calm, things that will make me not rush into a trade. That's my patience level, how impulsive I get and all of that. So after that came up, I told myself the next thing to do was to move out of my parents' house, because I was still in my parents' house. I said I'll move out of my parents' house. It was actually a very, very trying time, because moving out of my parents' house, I'm the first son, and I don't know, there's always this bond, mothers and their first son out. My mom said I'm not going anywhere. Why am I moving out?
I was chasing you.
That my dad's house is big enough and all of that. I'm like, if I don't leave, at what age will I leave? So I saw that as another step because I needed to just be in my zone.
So how old were you when you wanted to leave your parents' house?
I was 24.
Did you have anything working for you outside Forex?
Truth is, I had nothing working for me.
Then why did you want to leave? Who they pursue you?
Nobody they pursue me, but I just felt the need to because I felt comfortable in my pop side. I felt really, really comfortable. I wake up in the morning, they give me chow. Before I go to bed, everything was basically there. My mom comes back from work and I run to her and be like, "Alpha, loan me this money up." So I basically had something to always fall back on.
Yeah.
So I told myself, if I'm out and I face real life, let's see what happens now. If we go south, only got son, we go back.
Come back.
We'll go back. So I took that decision, and I'll say that was one of the best decisions I ever made. Was one of the best decisions I ever made. Moving out of my dad's house was one of the best decisions I made because when I moved out of my pop's house, I lost only one proper account.
And you're more careful.
I got more
calculative
because I learned from my failures. I learned from those mistakes. I didn't do the same thing I was doing after losing 14 proper accounts. I didn't do the same things again. I actually learned from my mistakes and all of that. So moving out to my parents' house, I was much more calculative. I knew how to master my emotions because I always see some tutors or some mentors say things like Forex traders don't have emotions. Well, all human beings, we have emotions. You just have to be very logical about it because you can't say you don't. You can't say you want to kill your emotions. You can't kill your emotions. You can just subdue it or basically just master how you react.
Yeah.
Very, very simple. So I had to master how I react to so many things. When I hit a stop loss or when I get a hard breach detected email and all of that, what do I do next and all of that stuff. So I lost only one proper account and that was on a phase 2. And I realized why I lost that proper account. I got a 25k account and I passed it and I got funded and I got payout. So that's all started from just mastering myself, understanding myself, no longer mastering the markets because I saw myself trying to master the markets, try to catch every single move in the markets. It was not making sense at all. So that was my turnaround period for me.
So currently, what is your approach to trading like I'm talking about the chart now? What's the approach to trading like that has made your failures to be reduced when it comes to what you get out of the market?
So basically my approach in the market is people call it smart money concepts, but I don't basically use other blocks. I use support and resistance levels for my entries because they give me much more precise entries and maintaining the higher time frame. I don't go to the lower time frame. I've been trading I started trading 2019, so basically almost 4 years plus. I traded the 1 minute time frame for a long time. I traded the lower time frames for a very, very long time, and I made money. But when the market wants to take back, it takes back everything. That I noticed, and that I noticed was not my type of person. So I had to stick to the higher time frame, just do the necessary things I need to do, map out my break of structure, wait for price to come back to a particular support level or resistance level, as in case may be, and I take my trade. Simple.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just it.
All right. So in recent times, right, I want to believe that one thing I know about Forex trading is that no matter how good you say you are in Forex, at one point or the other, you will definitely still experience that moment.
Sure.
You will everybody collects at different times. Yeah. So how do you handle your failures now when it comes to trading? How do you handle your failures?
Okay, so basically how I handle my failures now are quite different from how I handled them before, because like I said, I used to be an impulsive person. So when I hit a loss or something, I just take it as if it is predetermined, because the market is based off probabilities. You can't come to the market every day and say I will make money every day. It's not possible. You can't make money from the market every day. So I tell myself I am willing to risk this amount of money this particular day. If it hits my stop loss, I'm off the charts. Okay. But unlike the past me, if it hits my stop loss, I'm revenging. I'm looking for the next possible setup to get back that money I just lost. Okay. So the number one thing is staying off the charts. When it comes to trading wise, I'm just staying off the charts. When it comes to failure in general, I feel the mental game is very, very important, because the mind is a very, very important part of the human. People neglect it a lot, and one thing that helps my mind a lot is the gym. I go to the gym and it helps me remain calm, or I spar, I box. Okay. It helps me remain calm too, I hardly play video games. Like I hardly play video, but if I want to, I play. But so I go to the gym. It helps me a whole lot. And I talk to my best friend. Like it's basically like an accountability partner, or I talk to my girlfriend. Any of those two persons. Like I just be on account, or I just hit stop loss. So they be like, okay, stay off the charts. Okay, come, let's do this, let's do that. And my mind is basically just off everything that has to do with chart work and all of that. If I don't see a setup in a day, I'm not trading. Okay. If I hit stop loss, I'm off for that particular day. I don't care if what's the next trade that post is going to like make me any amount of money. I'm not taking the trade. I'm just going to stay off the market till the next day. Because I notice if I go back, I'm going to get fucked all over again. So that's
reacting on your emotions.
Exactly. That's basically what I do.
So would you say you are a swing trader or an intraday trader?
I would say I'm a day trader.
You're a day trader?
Yeah, I'm a day trader. I swing when necessary, but I would say I'm a day trader.
Do you think swinging a trade or trading intraday or being a day trader rather, do you think it has effect on people's profitability? Do you think it affects?
Personally, I don't think so, because I think everybody's being different. Everybody's mindset is different. Everybody has their own perspective. Everybody has their own view. Okay. So how you are trading and how I'm trading basically won't be the same thing. Your endurance level or your patience level and my patience level is like not the same. And I know traders that I have a friend, is in China. I think it was last year. There was a EU buy. He held that trade for a year.
1 year.
1 year.
On a live account?
Yes, on a live account. When he showed me, I was like, guy, actually it's a live account. And
he was alive, or maybe he was kidnapped a year ago and he was released a year after and he went to check the trade.
What he does is he funds a separate account.
Okay.
That one is just for swinging. And he forgets about it. He just leaves it. So imagine that kind of patience level. Me personally, 1 month, I'll close trade. I won't even keep it. What am I keeping it for? Once I see a certain amount of money, I'll close it. Because now my patience level and his patience level, they are way different. So I feel everything is based off your perspective as a human being, not as a trader, as a human being, based off your perspective. So as I said, you need to master yourself, find your person, find like your personality, and then it's going to basically just reflect on your trading. That's just it.
Well, personally, between swing traders and day traders, who do you think make the most money from the market?
I'll say day traders.
Day traders?
Yeah, I'll say day traders. Day traders make because they capitalize on like so many moves.
Oh,
so I'll say day traders. Swing traders just basically have to wait, catch one move and they hold it for a long time. Wow. Now that also depends because your position size again. A swing trader now, you catch a trade, you're using 0.01. How much do you want to make?
Yeah.
So there are swing traders that can catch a trade and then they use like 5 lots, 2 lots, depending. And they'll make shit amount of money. So basically everything depends. But for me, I'll say day traders that if you know what you're doing, day traders, yeah, because you can capitalize on more moves and like catch more moves. So I'll say day traders.
Okay. Then also I also know you to be someone that trades a particular pair majorly, gold.
Yeah.
Why gold?
I trade gold because it's volatile. And because when I first started trading, I started with synthetic. I didn't start with Forex. I started with the synthetic indices market. So I was trading VIX 75.
And those guys are very volatile.
VIX 75 crash and boom. So imagine trading crash and boom and then using a 10 lot. You know, if it's crash now, the spikes go down. So now imagine you are trying to catch the buys and then it spikes down, it crashes, and you're using a 10 lot size. Think about what is going to happen. Margin call. That's the next thing. Margin call. So that's vibe, that whole feel. When I came to the Forex market and I was seeing EU, I'm like, these niggas, they are moving very slow. Like they are moving very, very slow. When I started trading gold, it was like me trading synthetic. So because of the volatility, how fast it moves, that's why I'm trading. That's why I like gold.
So it's not like maybe there are some certain things that you know that works better only on gold. It's just because of the volatility.
It's the volatility. It's the volatility, yeah.
So have you traded any other pair?
Yeah, I have.
Consistently aside gold? What pair was
consistently? There was a time I tried trading 4 different pairs, if not 5. I added GU, GG, and NG. Yeah, those 3. Okay. GU, GG, and NG. I've tried that. I've also tried trading USD card, but I did not really just like any of
GG is also a volatile.
Yeah, GG is volatile. I also like GG because you expect, like, the way I trade, you expect it a lot. But it's not still giving me what gold is giving me. Like, it's not still giving me what gold is giving me. So that's why I just stick to gold. And basically, I'm like a one-man mopo type of P. Just one thing. I'm fine with just one thing. It also helps my mental.
So, and people that trade lots of pairs, right, and those that trade just one single pair, do you think that has effect on how, how they trade? Like,
I feel trading so many pairs can affect you, and that's basically also going to be based off your type of person. If you can't focus on so many things, just focus on one.
Yeah.
There's always a saying I tell people, and like I like channeling it to like real life situation. If as a man now, people always like saying men are promiscuous and all of that stuff. So as a man, if you can't focus on one woman, what makes you think you can focus on one pair? So just trade your plenty pairs and follow your plenty.
So that means those that are trading pairs, they are promiscuous.
I personally agree, because you can't focus on one thing. Yeah, why can't you focus on one thing in your life? Why can't
do you know that some people feel trading a particular pair, right? Yeah. Simply means that you need to get yourself accustomed to that pair and know how that pair moves, right? But if you are trading, and that means sometimes trading one particular pair, you might need to wait for a certain kind of setup, But when you have several other pairs, if it's not forming on GJ, it might be forming on GU, and it's not forming on G, it might be forming on. So it makes you have more opportunities to trade.
That's what I'm saying. That's like if you take it to real life situation, man, that's the same thing. You having so many options. If you think about it, that you having so many options.
But don't you think fruit salad is better than eating just one fruit?
Personally, I don't like fruit salad. Personally, I don't like fruit salad too. I can't even see. Personally, I don't like fruit salad, so I can't give my take on that. But trading so many pairs, I've seen it work for so many people, and trading just one pair, I've seen it work for so many people like myself. So I feel it's what works for
you and what you understand about what you are doing.
That's what I feel trading is like all about. What works for you, like your own perspective, like just master yourself, and you see how the market is like going to make sense. But if you're trying to do what another person is doing, trying to like emulate or imitate another person, I don't think trading works like that. You basically need to like know your type of person, and then it's going to make much more sense.
Okay. Now, ever since we've been talking, you've been using this word consistently. Now, you've been talking about mastering yourself. You need to reflect in your trading. Now, how do people watching us right now, like, how should they master themselves? Because what we are saying now, it's more like trading is something that is personal, irrespective of the knowledge that you have, whoever you have learned from. You have to personalize it. You have to know how you react, how you behave. Now, how do they harness that area of themselves so that they can reflect on their trading?
Okay, from my own view, and me still working on myself, because it's a progress. It's basically developing habits and staying disciplined. Because if you do the same thing over and over and over and over again, it becomes a habit. You form a habit, and once you staying disciplined forms that habit. So mastering yourself is basically you like doing those good habits over and over and over time, and also doing things that are going to help your mental. Because if you are not psychologically balanced, we both know you can't be a trader. You basically can't be a trader. And that thing I'll add is trading is a you versus you game. That's one of the main reasons I went into trading and like I want to become a Forex trader. Okay. Trading is a you versus you game. You don't need anybody to make money from trading. You just need the knowledge and basically understanding your type of person. Okay. And understanding your type of person comes in so many ways. It can come through you doing one particular thing over and over again, and then seeing your habits change. For example, I like I said, I used to be a very impulsive person. But when I started going to the gym, over time, every day, I noticed how calm I got and how relaxed I handled certain situations. But before, any slight situation, I'm pissed, I'm like angry, I'm this. Like, but when I started going to the gym, I noticed that particular habit has helped me. So now, I still continue doing it over time. I stay disciplined and consistent. So that's how basically I feel you can master yourself, doing things that are going to like help your mental. Like basically just doing things and staying disciplined at the same time, because people always talk about discipline, but I would say discipline is a very hard thing.
It's
a very, very hard thing. We just talk about it. Social media will make it look like as if discipline is very easy. But they don't go and see how you relapse on so many things, you fuck up on something. This same thing you're trying to do, you fucked up.
And one thing that actually affects discipline is actually human emotions.
Yes.
People don't know how to master their emotions very well.
Exactly. So you need to master your emotions. Like, it's a very, very important thing, especially trying to be a trader. If you don't know how to master your emotions and like hone on it, it's going to fuck up your trading. And also, like, because when your trading is fucked up, it's going to affect you. and everything is just, that's why people saying they are depressed, they are suicidal and all of that talk. That's because personally I don't believe in depression. I feel I've been there, and I don't believe in that particular feeling.
Yeah.
You can feel depressed, but you can't personally, like my own perspective, I can't be depressed. I allow it happen.
Yeah.
Like I just allow it happen. When I notice my mood is like going down, like it's degrading like mad, I just stand up and I go to the gym or I go on a walk. I just leave that particular
that
exactly. So imagine you staying in that same position, you get depressed. You get depressed and you give excuses and all of that. So those are like so many ways you can like master yourself, all of that. Doing certain things over and over and over again. You know your type of person.
Now, if someone from a different field entirely, comes to ask you about forex trading and ask if forex is hard or simple, what response would you give to the person?
Well,
be sincere.
Okay. If the person asks if it's hard or simple, just ask, is it hard or simple? I'll tell you it's hard.
Okay.
I'll just tell you it's hard because there are plenty of reasons to it. It's not. I feel forex is not for everybody. It's just like he's saying. My pops used to tell me back then. You say everybody can make it, but not everybody will make it. So it's just like saying I want to be a forex trader. Everybody will shout I want to be a forex trader, but not everybody will be a forex trader. So I think it's hard. It's just like me going to ask a doctor. His study medicine wasn't hard. Obviously it was hard. So it's just based off still perspective.
Okay.
So but when you get into the business and at some point it becomes simple. It only becomes simple with experience. It doesn't become simple with just you coming in and seeing it and be like, oh, this is simple. No. It becomes simple with time, experience. So time is just basically going to tell. But if the person asks me on the spot, I'll tell you it's hard.
It's hard.
I'll tell you trading is hard. Yeah.
But if the person doesn't ask you on the spot, say,
I'll just, if you want me to explain, I'll be like, it's easy because of over time, practice, study, and all that to get simpler. Well, if you're just coming in now, I don't know, it's freaking hard. It's very, very hard.
Then there was also something that I once saw on social media. I think it was on Instagram story. I don't know, and I just want to ask. I heard you were the one that mentored DAX.
Okay.
How true was that?
The word mentor, I did not mentor DAX. I tutored DAX. Yeah. Okay. So DAX, everybody knows DAX, a big time trader and all of that. So he reached out to me 2021.
Okay.
And he reached out to me through another of my student, Chini. So DAX was like, he wants to be a trader and all that stuff. So he reached out to me. He told me how much do I charge for my online class. I told him. I sent him the materials. Started having classes. Well, DAX did something that shocked me. Like I think he sold off his car or something. No, that period he didn't sell off his car yet. He had some money stacked up. I think it was $2 million thereabouts. He funded it back there. It was about $1,000. It wasn't not the way rates are now. And I think in like 2 seconds he blew the money. And I won't forget that particular day. I was out with one of my cousins. We went to buy stuff, and I was like inside the keke, like a charter keke, and I shouted like, "Ha!" The keke man was like, "Ah, is everything alright?" Yeah, and I'm like, "This boy, what this boy did? Like, why would he?" So he sent me a voice note trying to explain that he did not understand lot sizing, synthetic indices, VIX75. He used about 0.2 lot size, thinking it's like 0.02 lot size, thinking it's the same thing with forex.
Not the same thing. So,
like,
wow.
He showed me the screenshot. I still have that screenshot on my phone, like minus 1,000. I saw the time the trade was placed and the time it closed. So you can see it on MT5. It was less than 2 seconds actually.
That was the margin call that closed it immediately.
Whoa. So after that, he contemplated and was like, he started telling me how he paid someone previously to learn, and the guy just taught him indicators, but he has watched all my videos and he wants to learn how I trade, like basically. I told him, okay, no problem, but let's have online sessions. We've paid for an online class. Let's do that. He said no, that he wants me to come down to Lagos and teach him.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, coming down to Lagos is like going to be expensive and all that stuff. And back then, I think I was in my clearance in school or something like that. He said I should know that I should tell him the amount. I told him the amount, and he sold off his car.
Really?
Yeah, he sold off. He says it every time. That's the truth. Most people think he's playing. He sold off his car and he paid me. I came down to Lagos. When I came down to Lagos, locating the shortlets where like he booked so that we could stay for the class was quite hectic. Like it was tiring. So I was tired. Like I was exhausted. And when we got to the airport, I went to meet him with one of my cousin. And when I got there, so he was like, "Oh, I should go." I said, "No. Let's start immediately." So he was surprised, like, "You're tired." Why don't you go and rest? I said, no.
Let's start.
So I showed him stuff for market structure. I won't forget that night. I showed him stuff for market structure. And that night, that was up till 5 a.m. practicing. And then when I woke up, I saw him on the dining. I was like, bro, you never sleep? And he was like, nah, I never sleep. Like
such dedication.
Exactly. So that like when most people see him now, like how good he is now, and they be like,
he worked for it. Actually,
he worked for it. Like when he started getting better, I actually called and I told him I'm proud of him. Like, you actually beat my expectations. Like in 1 year, because there was a period he went ghost for a year.
Just 1 year.
Yes. He left Lagos. He went to Akure to go and stay with some of his cousins, and like he worked his ass off. He studied. Like back to back.
And this is the first time I'm actually hearing this story complete. And whosoever is beefing his success now should actually be flogged.
They should flog them.
Yes, he works for it. Man,
they don't know anything. Why most people haven't heard his stories? Because me, I'm not a social media person, so I don't really go online. He's the one that actually even told me, come to Twitter now. Like, I never liked social media. I never used to post.
I was even surprised you honored my invitation. I was like, let me just ask. I was like, okay, boss. I'm like, whoa, okay. Wow.
So basically, I tutored Dax. I did not mentor him because I feel a mentor is somebody you want to emulate.
Yeah.
And I feel I was not in that space for someone to emulate me at that point. But like, I can tutor someone and you can get the same amount of result I'm getting from what I'm doing. So yeah, I tutored Dax. I didn't mentor him. So the next person that came into his trading life was Charles Osagi. Now that's his mentor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically it.
So I believe you've been in contact with Dax recently.
Yeah.
And have you guys sat down to like check the chart again now that everybody's doing well individually? And what were the things that you noticed about his style of trading and yours now?
Basically now, what I'll say is everything is different. Everything is very, very different because the way he's trading now is way, 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 way different from how like what I taught him back then or what even Sir Charles showed him. Like, it's way, way different. I don't think he uses technical analysis against himself now. I don't think Dax uses technical analysis again now. So he's using there's this type of trading, it's called order flow trading, where market footprint charts, market volume profile, all of that. So he told me about it when I came to Lagos previously, and I learned about it too. So his trading is way, way, way different now. Like, he's evolving every single time. He's one person that, aside being my student back then, like we turned like friends and we got very, very close. He made me understand one thing, that you evolve or you die. You need to always like sort out for knowledge, like sort out for things that are going to make you better. And I've seen it in him.
You can't learn it all. You just have to keep learning and keep evolving.
Exactly. So his style of trading now is way different. Like, it's way, 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 way different. Like that's what I can say. It's very, very different.
Amazing. What a story I'm getting to know about, like, because I've seen it once, twice on Spaces or on Instagram. So I've never really heard this part of it going on for a year. You know, that's one of the problems with people like recently. Everybody, they don't know that the unit of life is time. It's time. We are existing in the realm of time, and anything that we want to achieve will happen with respect to time. Most traders are not patient enough to want to go through the process. You can imagine someone going off social media for a year just to ensure that he gets his right standing and know what to do. Not a lot of people can do it now. People just want to, you see people even contact you as a mentor and they want to maybe learn how to trade, and they're already asking you if they can start making money the next day, or if you can be giving them signals immediately as you are teaching them. Like, you are not ready to subject yourself to time
like that. I think someone posted one time about you want to be on the same level with me, but you've not spent as much time as I study or have the amount of experience I have. So that's one thing I see most newbies are doing, that is totally off. It's off. Like, it's off. Like, when I wanted learning how to use support and resistance levels, like support and resistance is a like trading strategy on it. But me, I learned it just for the entries. When I wanted learning that, it took me a whole lot of time to understand it, and I went off. So personally, I'm not even someone that stays on social media, so I went off like social. I wasn't reachable for like I think 2 months, so that I don't believe, that's from my own perspective. So I don't believe in back testing. I believe in forward testing, like coming up every day, because I see myself as a lazy type of person. if I backtest, I'll be like, okay, now let's see what happens. Probably I'll just come to the market the next day. But when I'm forward testing,
like a live market,
I am to come to the market every day. Like I'm to be on my seat every day. So people just feel like trading is quote unquote a get rich quick scheme, which is not a get. Don't even think about it. You come, you stay, you study, you walk
through the process.
You go through the process. You basically suffer. You have to suffer. But everybody suffered, so you have to suffer.
Yeah.
But when it starts, when the byproduct of everything, which is getting paid money, because that it's people start questioning like, what are you doing?
And one thing about trading, no matter how long you have suffered in it or how much you have lost in it, once that turnaround happens, you are in another new realm entirely. Exactly. You can lose for 2 years and you suddenly get it the third year, and your first 2 months profits after getting it right might just surpass everything, all your suffering, and that will now become your new minimum, and it will become a happy ever after thing, you know.
Yeah. That's the same. That's the same thing that happened when I told you about losing 14 pop accounts. When I got funded a 25k account, like, cause when I was losing those pop accounts, I was writing how much I was going to buy those accounts, and I think it amounted to like $1,500 or $2,000 thereabouts. And when I got my first payout from after getting funded, it covered everything, every single thing. So people that give up in trading by just like one failure and all that, I don't think anything is for you actually. If you can't fail and then come back, I don't think anything is for you, because if you go to school and you have carry over, so you write it now. Yeah. So that's basically like the same thing in trading. If you fail, just learn from your lessons and then bounce back. Don't do the same thing over and over and over again. That's just basically it.
No, okay. The other thing that I also want to ask before we start rounding up the session, because I really enjoying what we are talking about. It goes a long way to affect the listeners.
Yeah.
Now, you know, there are sometimes you experience, or some people experience failure in some certain maybe crafts. It could be Forex, it could be maybe business or whatsoever. They experience failure, and because of the failure that they experience, they actually leave the craft, you know. And some other kind of people, they experience failure and they still stay there. Yeah. And the fact that they stayed there doesn't mean it will make sense eventually. For some, it will make sense eventually. For others, it might not make sense eventually. Yeah. So what is the thin line between knowing when to quit from a particular craft if it is not working well for you, or knowing when to stay?
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. So I'll answer that question based off my perspective, because I feel if you quit, let's say you feel like, let's just see, for example, after losing 14 prop accounts, I decided to quit.
Okay.
Now, from my own perspective, that would be me quitting because I've not decided to hold myself accountable for all the fuck-ups and for all the mistakes I made.
Okay.
That's number one. So now, people that just quit based off any craft, trading, whatever you're doing, if you quit after like how many, or let's say you feel once and be like, this thing is not for me, you've not sat down to like reason and ask yourself, why did this go wrong? Because if you actually did, you would see that this happened for a reason. Because everything actually happens for a reason. Yeah. It did not just happen like that. It happens so that you can learn a lesson. So immediately after that, you just quit. You've never like sat down to like reason why this happened. Because if you sit down and reason why this happened, doing it again is going to be easier. Because now you're doing it with experience. Now you know why it happened before. Yeah. But now you don't even know why it happened and you just quit. And you think when you go to the other one, it's going to make sense. Yeah. You will keep on doing the same thing. It'll be like a cycle. Yeah. And you just keep on doing the same thing. So I feel you basically need to just sit down, know why this particular thing happened, and if you can push yourself and say you do it at the end of the day. But if you don't hold yourself accountable, because I feel 90% of things that happen to people is because of you, how you react to certain things and how you basically just do certain things. So if you don't hold yourself accountable and like accept that, okay, yeah, I actually did shit here. Yeah. You just quit immediately after failing once.
Yeah, you know, because some people used to say that after trying something and it doesn't work, they say, oh, it is not my way. Yeah. Sometimes I ask, is it really not your way, or is just your nature?
Exactly.
Because if you don't okay, what's the guarantee that the new place you are going, if you don't replicate or if you don't give the discipline you're meant to give in the craft A, if you don't give that same discipline in craft B, what's your how sure are you that you're actually going to make something work from craft A since you actually would just give up if it doesn't work out?
People don't understand that. I think the persons that created an aircraft, a plane, Wright brothers, imagine they like quit after the first how many failures?
Okay.
Do you think we'll be nothing like an airplane? Yeah. We'll be nothing like an airplane. But they kept on, because now they saw their mistakes. They saw these were fucked up, these were did shit, and let's correct this. And they came back again. Or we talk about other people's before Albert Einstein, all these persons, like just read about certain persons and you see that failure is like basically part of the game. Failure is part of the game. What happens after failure is what is important.
Yeah.
Do you quit or you check what happened and like come back? So basically that's why I feel most people fail. I feel it's also in their nature too. Most people, they quit because of they can't just endure it.
Huh.
Yep. So that's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing time here in the studio with Rondo, and personally, right, I've learned a lot, and I also want to believe that you are also following and learning a lot too, as we talking about failures and everything that it encompasses. All right, and right about now, we're just going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, we will round up this session. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Forex Trading Straight Talk Podcast, and I'm your host, Mr. Peak. And of course, we still have Rondo right here with me, and I want to ask him some questions now, and I hope he gives me a very good answer or a very creative answer. You know, when you were talking about your story, right, you made mention that the reason why you entered Forex in the first place was a lady, right?
Yes.
And also the second time, one thing that affected you was because your
Breakup.
babe then broke up with you, and it affected your trading and all. Then you also spoke about another lady that you met that supported you. You know, you were inducing her and donating to the prop firm industry and all. You know, and you said that the lady is actually still there with you. Okay, and I want to ask, if you were to, looking at how your current girlfriend has been supportive to you, right? If you were to date her initially, like now, if you were to date her now, right, and you want to ask her out, using Forex terminologies in a poetic format or a poetic way, how would you ask her out? Give me 3 phrases that you will use to ask her out. Her sentences.
Mr. Peak, you don't catch me. I don't think I went to asking her out using Forex terminologies.
Yes.
3 phrases.
Or maybe sentences, different ones. Let me see which of them, the viewers resonates with very well.
It's not hard, though. It had person. It had person because me, I don't think I'm a romantic like that. So having punchlines,
She's watching, though, so
I know she's watching. I asked her herself for more.
Use anything, you can use take profit. Can you just use Forex terminologies to talk to her. Imagine this is her now. I don't have wig out of it. Just imagine this is her. Or you can tell her nice things. Let's imagine you're already dating. If you don't know how to ask her out, if it's asking her to remember, fine. But if it's you just telling her how much you appreciate her, but using Forex terminologies, what would you say to her? Imagine I'm your girlfriend.
Okay. Well, I don't do. Are you XA USD? Answer.
Yes.
Yes. You just made me hit take profits.
Hey, don't play. Oh man, don't be laugh.
But corrections that means I'm boring.
So personals are not.
Boring. I'm boring.
Okay, that's number one. Oh yeah, let's do number 2. You are giving me 3. Let's do number 2. Okay.
It's still going to be like a question.
Okay. And it doesn't matter if I answer yes or no.
It does.
Okay.
Are you buy side liquidity?
No.
You just stopped me out.
Hey. Don't play. Okay, let's go for the last one. I hope I'm not inconveniencing you like this. Because I don't put it for
I
example.
want that when she asks. Like to I think your support and resistance level,
Oh.
because your entries are too wicked.
Hey, I don't know. It's just an blush.
For most of me, I don't know. Go and check out Jiggy support and resistance entries are.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I think you deserve a round of applause.
No, I don't.
You deserve a round of applause. Now you are going to give me a phrase in Forex terminologies to address all your exes that didn't work out.
That one will come very fast. Very, very fast. Okay. I wish I did not place any of you, because I just hit stop loss.
That means you analyzed the trade,
I analyzed
but
it.
you didn't take it.
I did.
But it eventually hit stop
You hit
loss.
stop loss.
Damn.
All of you. But thank God for all of you, Sha.
Thank God you guys didn't activate too. If not, water for those spoil. That's actually very, very nice. You know, a lot of people think Forex traders are not romantic, but I think Rondo has proven everybody wrong. We are very, very romantic. I swear. We will make you hit TP. Don't play.
For sure,
Don't play.
for sure.
So I want to appreciate you for honoring my invitation today, and I hope to have you here some other time, Jero, because this is a podcast that we want to use to address lots of issues, you know, in the Forex space, because I know that a lot of people are getting more interested in Forex space, and people are coming in every day, every week, every month. People want to know about Forex trading, and it is right for us to, you know, set the track for them and ensure that we give them the roadmap, necessary things that they need to hear in order to become a better version of themselves as a trader. Okay, so thank you very much for my invitation to come and share your knowledge, and I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my chief.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of another exciting and power-packed episode with Rondo, and I want to believe that you guys you know, learned a lot from his story, learned a lot from his punchlines too, so that you can actually use it. And if you want to generate your own punchline, you can generate and, you know, put it in the comment section. Let's help him out to, you know, to have more statements to go and tell his girlfriend back at home. All right, and thank you very much for sticking around. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notifications so that you can always get videos first time when I release them. Thank you, and trade responsibly. Bye bye.